for that beautiful song. Hello, hello, guys. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Assembly, your one and only entrepreneur Owambe. And of course, I'm your favorite Owambe host, Bumi Brown. And I'm really excited to be here because for me, it's another big opportunity to learn and learn and learn and keep learning because learning never ends. It should never end for you too. And I'm sure you're so excited to be here. If you're just joining this beautiful Owambe party for the first time, you are most welcome to one of the most impactful gathering of entrepreneurs of all time. And because of the impact that will be shared here today, I would not want any of yours or you yourself to miss out. And I know you feel the same way. So take out some time to bring in others, your siblings, your party friends, your family, your relatives, your boss. In short, I want you to be very reckless tonight. Just share to all the groups that you can find across all the platforms that you're on, Facebook, Instagram. Just knock on your neighbors' doors and tell them to rush it because the Entrepreneurs Assembly is live. So I'm going to give you a few moments to do that, just 1 or 2 minutes to do that so that this place can be full. Thank you very much. DJ Keith, please take us away.
Make you know they shalaye. I don't want nobody to give my matter kill. For this life I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. It's been too Start to move like you smoke a lago. Just they bounce with the groove. No carry do. If you lose God, then go bounce with your boo. I can vouch for my crew. I'm telling you, and to they do lifestyle of a crew. Make you dance, to they look. Then go they look. Then go they look. And say if it's not enough, if I do 99 good, it go remain one. I don't know how to show you my love without fucking up, but I can buy you a new way, be straight from me.
Thank you, DJ Keith. Thank you very much for that beautiful song. I hope that you've been able to take this moment to bring in your world into this meeting because lives are about to be changed. And I'm not even capping. It has been happening. And if you want it to happen to you, drag everybody into this place. You're welcome once again if you've been dragged, if you've been dragged into this place. And if you're just joining us for the first time, you're very welcome. This is the best place to be every Saturday by 6 p.m. because we always share impactful information, things that can take you to the next level of your life. And just as we usually do, we're going to watch a very important video right now, how to attend a Zoom meeting, And if this is your first time, pay attention because this is going to be very useful for you. Yes, please. Thank you, admin.
How to attend an online video meeting. Number 1, always stay in the center of the screen. Your face should be in the middle of the screen, not at the top or at the bottom of the screen. Number 2, your camera should always be at face level, maintaining a distance of 30 centimeters or an arm length from the screen. Number 3, your lighting should always be in front of you, not behind you. Number 4, always use the landscape option when using the video call option on your phone. Number 5, your background should be simplistic with plain decor. This keeps the attention of the audience focused on you. Number 6, Always make sure there are no moving objects or people behind you while you're in an active meeting. Number 7. Always keep your camera on. It is considered unprofessional and in most gatherings unacceptable to leave your camera turned off. Number 8. Remember to switch off your mic or mute it when not actively participating in a conversation or dialogue. Number 9. Always check to make sure your name and company name appear on the window tab. Number 10. Always try to be still. Avoid making too many movements or fidgeting during a meeting. Number 11. Eating food or having a snack during a video session is considered rude and indecent. However, having a glass of water, tea, or coffee is acceptable. Number 12. When speaking, also try to maintain a normal tone or pitch. Never shout or speak erratically. Number 13. Be on time and ready. Make sure you have everything set up 10 minutes ahead of the appointed time. Number 14. Always look smart. Dress appropriately, you never know who's watching. Number 15. Always let the team know when you're done speaking by indicating "I'm done" or "thank you." Number 16. Do not exceed your time limit. Number 17. Always have your pen and notepad ready so you can take down important points and highlights of the meeting. This is very important. Number 18. Make sure all the necessary devices are functional and running, such as your mic, camera, speakers, and internet connection. Also check your device battery status to make sure they are fully charged. Number 19. Always stay focused and attentive during the meeting. Avoid multitasking so you don't get yourself and others distracted. Number 20. Most importantly, try to be yourself. Stay calm and smile. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, AYE, the largest entrepreneurship network in Africa.
Awesome video. Thank you very much, admin. That was very beautiful. You're welcome back, everyone. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you did, feel free to share in the chat box what you learned so that others that are just joining in can see and catch up. And I'd like to let you all know that this Saturday's Owambe will be featuring a fireside chat session with our amazing guest speaker, Mr. E. Maki. You're welcome to the Entrepreneurs Assembly. And of course, Mr. President, and it's going to be an amazing time. So all of you get into a comfortable position and turn on your cameras. Let us see your smile. I want to see your smile. Once again, if you're joining us for the first time, you're very welcome to one of the most impactful gathering in the world, the Entrepreneurs Assembly. This is where founders, entrepreneurs like yourself, business owners, corporate leaders, and presidents gather here to have problem-solving conversations and knowledge-sharing session. And of course, we believe in unity. We believe in collaboration, and that is the main purpose for this platform. And that's why you see and hear us chant at the assembly, at the end of each assembly, if you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together? Yes, that's it on your screen. And that's our mantra. It comes from our members' creed, greatly symbolizing unity, symbolizing togetherness. With the hand that you see put together on your screen, that symbolizes unity and togetherness. So it's a call and response mantra, guys. Come on, do this with me. The call is, if you can achieve this much alone, the response is, how much more can we achieve together? I hope you got that. We just did this together. Stay tuned to the end of this assembly because we are going to chant this mantra together. And if you're not a member of AYE, you have to join right away. Hurry now. Go to our website for more information on how to become an active member. I'm sure the admin will drop it in the chat box so you can just copy and paste easily. And so this is because you can achieve so much more together in AYE, joining us as a member in your relationships and in every area of your life. You're just going to notice that you're going from one level to the other, and you always know what to do at every stage of your life. That's what we're here for. Okay, thank you, admin. I can see it is already in the chat box. Okay, entrepreneurs, just like I said, if you join us, you're going to have impactful moments here. I'll just like to take a few moments to share a few testimonials from some of our members. And this is from Amina, founder of She Codes Africa. She said, I came to the Entrepreneurs Assembly with an idea and left with a zeal to execute and promise myself to lead the business to its success. The guidance and support from this community has been life-changing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And this is from Collins from Ghana. This platform helped me break barriers and build a brand that now serves clients across Africa and beyond. That's what we like to see. Thank you, AYE. I see myself breaking more barriers. Amazing. Wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you. So if you'd like to share your testimonials like this, you can always send it into testimonials@ayeorganization.com and we will definitely share it just like we did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, founders and entrepreneurs, it is the time that we've all been waiting for. I'm sure you've been waiting for this time. So let's welcome Mr. President of the largest entrepreneurship organization in Africa and in the world, President Sumi Smart Francis, to begin the Fireside Chat session. You are welcome, Mr. President. It's so good to see you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Brown. Thank you so much to everyone. If there's one thing that I love that you did tonight was when she went, everybody, founders, are you ready? And it just made me see the quality and substance in the room. Founders, that's a powerful one. You guys are impacting lives in different angles, different countries, different continents. And it's so nice to see everyone. Once again, I recognize the presence of those joining us for the first time. You are welcome. If you're a first timer, please remember to go to the admin. There's a page. Look for the name admin. Admin, please drop a message and say I'm here on the chat session. We've got a gift for you. So please connect with the admin so that you get your gift for being a first time in the Entrepreneurs Assembly. I recognize the chairman of the Africa Silicon Valley, Chairman Dan. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for always joining us here. Alok Sharma, nice to see you. Nice to see Sandra and many other faces in the room. You are welcome. But of course, no one gets more excited right now than our guest in the room, and he's always settled and ready. You know, the fireside chat, you can just see it from the face of the person who's about to deliver it. I can just see it all over his face, and I'm so impressed that Imaki is with us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs from all over the world, I'm going to start the moderation of this fireside chat. And just before I do so, I wanted to let us know already that we are considering a time adjustment from 90 minutes to 60 minutes for our assembly time. And we are using today to test run it to see if we can do that in 60 minutes. So I'm going to be having a 20 minutes to 25 minutes fireside chat session. And after that, we'll take our closing announcements and, of course, our 5 minutes for music, spotlight, and networking. I am so ready. And, you know, there's one beautiful thing that I enjoy, and that's no matter how I feel, I know on Saturday, I'm going to hear something new. And there's nothing as powerful than that. I know there's fresh knowledge. I know there's fresh impact. And most importantly, every guest we bring into this room are people with great experience, practical. And one of such is my brother here all the way from Atlanta, USA. I was in Atlanta 2 weeks ago. It's so painful that I missed you, Imaki, but definitely I'm going to be back in that setting. Now, guys, Imaki is the CEO of Black Heaven Studio. He's got a harp, he's a author, he's many things. He's a creative, he's a philanthropist, it's just loaded. So, but just before I start with Imaki, I just want you to give a 1 minute kind of like, I won't call it introduction. I would say what you need to know about me that you don't know yet. Go ahead, Imaki.
Hello, everybody. I'm Imaki. I'm the founder and creator of Black Haven Studio, which is kind of a sister company of a bigger company called Black Spades, which is a lifestyle brand here in the US. And I also am the CEO of a creative agency called Dope Art Media, where we do video production, graphic design, social media strategy, you name it. We pretty much do it. And we've done it. We've worked with a lot of huge clients like Amazon, Google, Twitter, Mercedes, Toyota, Hennessy, Remy Martin, just the list goes on and on. I've written 3 books, and like you were saying, I also am a philanthropist, so I do a lot of work in the community as well.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Imaki. Thank you so much, most especially the lots of most especially for the amazing works that you do with Black women in the US. We're so proud of you. So proud of you. There's a movement that I started in Atlanta. It's called the Diaspora Returns. I will tell you more about it after this session. I'll connect with
Okay,
you.
yeah, let me know. I want to be involved.
Yeah, they're coming in for the Global Entrepreneurship Festival. We had about lots of guests coming for last year from Atlanta, and this year we're having about almost 200 people coming in for the Global Entrepreneurship Festival this year. Even the mayor as well, and the mayor of Jonesboro. I also met with her. She's going to be coming in as well. So I'll speak to you more about that. And that's what's the great work that you do. Now, I'm going to start this fireside chat with one of your statements, and that has to do with what you do. And this year in our organization, it's our year of leading. Everything we've been learning, we've been teaching, we've been reading, we've been practicalizing is leadership, because we want to lead in every aspect of our year. And one of the things you said was a lifestyle brand for top brands. My question, Imaki, my first question would be, what is the lifestyle brand of a leader? What does it look like for you? You've done big brands, work with big brands, but these are leaders, founders in the room. These are future leaders in the room. What is the lifestyle brand that they should be kind of like working towards, or even planning towards, or even currently living as we speak? My brother, the mic is yours.
Yeah, I think one of my main sayings that I always say, I literally just posted it to Threads like right before this call, was that the world needs what you have to offer. So I think that the most important thing that you can know within yourself as a founder, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, is that the work that you do, the thing that you create, the thing that you feel passionate about, the world needs it. You know, don't be discouraged by like hard times. Don't be discouraged by setbacks or hurdles. And just understand that if this is the thing that has been put on your heart, it was put there for a reason. And more than likely, the world needs it. We need what it is that you create. So I think if you have that at the core of who you are, if that's your guiding light, that what I am doing has a purpose and there's a need for it, I think that the lifestyle part of it just kind of comes naturally, because it starts to show in everything that you do. You know what I mean? You make it a way of life because it's important to you, because you understand the importance of what it is that you're creating to everybody else. So hopefully I answered that question, but you know.
Thank you very, very much, because you answered it in a very different way. And actually, I must say, in a beautiful way. In this case, there's nothing as powerful as something that comes naturally, not something that you're trying to fake, not something that you're trying to force. And the only way this can come naturally is you understanding that what you have to offer, the world needs it. If you are a preacher and you know the world needs a preacher, then you start behaving and talking like a preacher. If you are a sport person and you know the world needs a sport person, you start behaving like that. If you are a leader and you know your continent, your country, your council, your municipality needs a leader, you start acting like one. Himaki, thank you so much.
And I also want to draw the distinction between comes naturally does not necessarily mean comes easily. So don't think that because the thing that you have on your heart, don't think that the thing that that you are passionate about is supposed to be easy all the time. The thing that comes naturally to you does not necessarily mean that just everything is going to be laid out. Sometimes it's a challenge. Sometimes it's a sacrifice. But you just have to understand that that thing is that thing for you for a reason. So I just want to make sure that nobody's thinking that it's supposed to be easy all the time, because it's not.
That's a very, very important point. The fact that it comes naturally doesn't make it easy. And that's important that you actually said that. No, thank you so much, Imaki. Now let's also move up a little bit to looking at the brands you've worked with. Amazon, Google, Mercedes-Benz. These are massive brands. What is unique? What is something that you can see that is kind of like constant amongst these brands and that you find that most young entrepreneurs or most starting entrepreneurs lack. My brother, you want to dive into that?
I'm not gonna say that it's something that people lack, but I think that it's something that people don't consider, right? You hear Google, you hear Twitter, you hear Amazon, you hear Mercedes, and you think it's this big, huge thing. But the thing that you have to realize is that it's nothing. It's people. You know what I mean? People work at these places and people have needs. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying about the world needs what you have to offer, right? I was doing this stuff by myself. I didn't have like a team of 20 people. It was me. And they called me because a person at each organization recognized something that I brought to the table, recognized something of value that I could create. And they said, hey, we need you here. We need your expertise here. And so the thing that I want y'all to know or to understand is that who you are right now most likely is enough to work with these brands because it's not this big global thing. It's just a person. And a lot of times the relationships will get you inside the door. So, I think that's the biggest thing that I could say is because when you're starting out, a lot of times you might hear, I don't know if this is saying there, but here in the US, there's a saying that people say it's called imposter syndrome. I don't believe in imposter syndrome personally. I don't believe in that. But a lot of people do. You know what I mean? And so people think that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And I'm just here to tell you that if you're in the room, you're there because you're supposed to be. Nobody's in the room that's not supposed to be there. Nobody gets invited that's not supposed to be there. So when you get these opportunities or when you're seeking out to get these opportunities, don't think that something is too big for you. That doesn't exist. This is a world filled with people. People wake up in the middle of the night and stub their toe on the way to the bathroom. You know what I mean? People catch colds. People get sick. We're all just people. So don't ever think of these things as too big to attain or too big to work with. Become an expert in your field, do what it is that you know how to do, and then provide the service.
Honestly, I don't know how to say this right now, but I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. And I'm so impressed that you kind of like unveiled what could be confused, like you said, what people are not paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so real because you look at those big firms, you look at a big corporation, and you think probably it's angels that are behind it or machines that are behind it, forgetting that people created those brands.
Mm-hmm.
People work consistently, professionally, in with the spirit of excellence to create those institutions. People created, those technologies. People are the ones going to mass. I was speaking to somebody recently, my brother, and we were trying to crack a code. You know what I'm saying? And the conversation was getting so hectic. I'm like, you know what, chill, bro. What's wrong with you? Our mates are going to the moon.
Right.
The moment I said that to him, it's like his mind open. It's like, yeah, man, let's break this code right now. And the moment that awakening come, we just looked at what we are discussing and we just shoved it like that. That
Right.
was because we came to the realization that people are so powerful and you are one of them. You
Right.
are one of
Right.
them. And that's what Imaki just said, that your talent, your skill, bring it to the table. It's what they see in Imaki that big brands came for him. They didn't
Right.
even come for the firm. They came for him. So
Right.
become the best version of yourself and you would create global institutions. You know what? Thank you so much, my brother. I'm sure some people want to drop some hearts right there and tell you we love you already, just as we start into this conversation. Now,
And if I can add on that before we move on, I also want to let you know that you don't have to be the best. You don't have to be. There's several people that are better than me that didn't get the opportunity that I got. It's not about being the best. A lot of times it's about being seen. It's a lot of times it's about being a person with the relationship. You know what I mean? So don't think that because you're just starting out, or you haven't got these opportunities before that you can't get it. Don't think that because there's somebody out there that's better than you. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. All you have to do when you work, when you do work or you provide a service for somebody, you only need to be better than your client. You know what I mean? So as long as you can do something that your client can't do, then that's all that matters. It doesn't matter about who else is better or anything like that. So I think the message that I really want to get across is that you are enough, that you have something of value, and that you should put it out there fearlessly.
How much you love the Entrepreneurs Assembly, honestly. How much that I can get to a place on a Saturday evening, my time, and I can just be liberated by just one statement. You touched me right now, brother. I know you've touched everyone, but right now you touched one line. All you gotta do is be better than your client.
Right. Just have to know more than your client. That's it. Because your client is the problem. They just need the problem solved. That's it. And if they could have solved it, they would have done it themselves. But when they come to you, as long as you can solve that problem, that's all that matters. So people being better than you, people having more resources than you, it doesn't matter. Can you solve the problem? That's the key.
And one of the powerful thing you said there, it crossed across broad. I want to see my work here is to elaborate on your words. Now, the fireside chat is I light the fire, it starts burning you, and as you are burning, I put in more flames to get the fire burned.
Right,
now, let me just do that so that people can get to understand the meaning of what you just said. You got to be better than the client. You got to be better than your employer. You got to be better than anywhere, the sport. Like, just be better than that person that engages you. And that's all that matters. And you know, I struggle sometimes when I'm seeing somebody, probably you are engaged, you're working in a company, and at the same time you're realizing that the person that employed you is better than you. Question yourself. They could be better than you, you know, about the company, but the area where you have been engaged, you have to be better than them. So if you are the customer service of a company, I tell you, your principal should never speak better than you when you speak on the phone. If you are the sales consultant, your principal should never sell better than you. If you are the graphics, you know, it goes across board. Thank you so much for that. But that's not what I got from what you said. That's not all I got. I got something else. And it's I think I'm going to make it
another. While you think about that, it's not just so you want to think about two things, right? When you have a client, you want to solve the problem, but you just need to know more than your client, or you need to alleviate something from your client, like make it easier for your client, right? So let's say you have a cleaning service. Anybody can clean a house, anybody can sweep a floor, anybody can mop a floor. But sometimes people will hire you to do that service because you've alleviated something for them. You saved time for them. So as long as you know more than your client, and as long as you can provide a service that is beneficial to them, that's all that really matters. You know, people pay for convenience, and people pay other people when they don't have a solution to the problem. So if you can solve one, two, or both of those problems, then you'll always be good. Oh, and then the third thing I found, if you can create something that makes other people money, you will always make money. Because if people depend on you to make money, you'll never be out of a job. So three keys that'll always make you successful in business.
I'm sure somebody's in this room listening to this right now. And if you just missed out on that line, I'll generously repeat it for you. If you make money for other people, you will always make money. That's one of the most important ways to stay relevant in your business, even in your company, even with your employer. Check, am I really making money for them? Because once you do, then you are a key player. Now, that point that I said, I'm going to make it a topic because I speak at the first week every Saturday, the first Saturday of every month, and I come up with my topics. And one of the topics I'm going to speak about came from what he just said. 2 words. It came out of your mouth, Imaki. And it's, please bring that down. My son is playing on his iPad and it's distracting me here. And it's 2 words. Oh my God, I need to elaborate on those 2 words. Being seen. That's the topic that I'm going to speak on one of these months. You know, Imaki, people do not get to understand how powerful being seen is. You cannot lead if you are not seen. You know, we get into Zoom meetings like this, and sometimes I tell people, try and switch on your camera. It's only 60 minutes. That money you are investing, what is it, data or time? Without being seen, you are losing a lot. In the room, gone are the days where people keep quiet. People come out to be seen. Ignorant people get leadership opportunities because they are being seen. Now, I wanted to touch a bit on that because sometimes people do not understand the power, the magnitude of being seen, either being seen on social media, being seen in the room, being seen in at workplace, being seen in the corporate environment, being seen by speaking out. Imaki, we see you. Tell us about being seen.
Well, I mean, what I was saying about being seen is like, if people, it doesn't matter if you're the best at what you do if nobody knows it. You know what I mean? So, and in addition, it doesn't matter if someone else, if your competition is the best at what they do, if nobody knows them. So at the end of the day, you know, the things that you bring to the table, who you are, the value that you can contribute counts for naught if nobody knows, you know. So that goes from marketing. Your business needs to be marketed. That goes from you going out and building relationships. If you're not out networking and building relationships with people, nobody's gonna know. So you can't hide behind your computer screen all the time. You kind of got to get out there and let people know what it is that you do.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. And I'm sure you guys are picking out a lot of wisdom from this. If you're just joining us, we've gotten into about 10 minutes into this conversation. I'm with Imaki, the CEO of Black Spades and founder of Black Haven Studio, a author, philanthropist, and an experienced entrepreneur. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Fireside session. We always have these on the third Saturdays of every month at the Entrepreneurs Assembly. Connect with the admin, drop a message and say, I'm here. Drop it in the chat session so that the first-time guests can send you a message and they can get their first-time gift. Yes, we're having a fireside chat where we get to learn and extract wisdom from those that has gone ahead of us. And today, like I said, I'm a Imaki. Follow him on social media, on LinkedIn. Everything is going to be dropped at the end of this session. Get a copy of his books. A lot of those information will also be dropped and will be emailed to the community, and so that we can get a connect with pure wisdom and experience. Now, Imaki, I want to touch on something now. You spoke about ego in one of your videos where you also spoke about the negative effect of it. I love when you compared it to confidence. Because a lot of people make that mistake. And I love your explanation for that. I want you to bring it right now into leadership. A lot of people find it very difficult to learn or be teachable in their part in becoming a leader. Either they kind of like think they're a leader already, or they are leading their own tiny little world and they believe that nobody can teach me, or they don't have a teachable spirit. Now, is this part of the element or ego, or can you just take a bit of that conversation and drive it to leadership? Thank you, brother.
Right. So I think that when we talk about ego, we talk about leadership, it's important as a leader to know what you know. So for me, right, I'll talk about myself. I know what I know. And what I know, I know. What I don't know, I don't act like I know, right? I bring people in that know more than me. So we talked about you just need to know more than your client. I have people on my team that I'm their client, essentially, right? And I'm like, hey, I don't know how to do this. So right here with Black Haven Studio. So Black Haven Studio is a tech company, essentially, right? And we're working on an app. I am non-technical. I don't know how to write code. I don't know any of that. I know how to lead the business. So what I have to do is defer to people that know more than me. I have to hire people that are smarter than me so that they can lead. When it comes to Black Spades, like I said, is a lifestyle brand. So what we're most known for here are playing cards, right? So in America, it's a game called Spades. It's very, very big in Black culture. It is very big in Black American culture, right? And so with Spades, when I created this, even though I'm a designer, I didn't try to design the decks, right? I sat there and I designed for like a couple weeks, and I was like, this is stupid. There's somebody that's better than me that designs playing cards every day. I just need to hire a designer to do that. I hired somebody to design the boxes. Then I said, you know what? It doesn't make sense. I need to find somebody to design the faces. And I found somebody else to design the faces. In that sense, even though I'm a designer, even though people pay me to design, I knew that I wasn't the most appropriate person to design for this particular thing. So I had to put myself in the back burner and just say, hey, is somebody better than me at this? So I think that when you understand that ego is not your friend at all, then it makes it easier for you to get into a position where you can confidently say, "Hey, this is my area of expertise. This is what I know. The rest of this I don't. So let me find somebody better than me, and your company will be better for it."
Wow, amazing stuff. Thank you so much. I just remembered a conversation I was having with my chief of staff, I think about 2 days ago. And I said to him, like currently, Chairman Dan, it's interested to know the way I behave currently. I need to tell you, I act like I know nothing to know something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I behave currently. Like, especially in the yes, what started this conversation is that for me to get the best of AI, I act like I know nothing. So what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do is I want to outsmart AI. I am trying to use emotional intelligence and get the best of artificial intelligence, and then I'm a beast of both.
Right.
Because by the time I only have my emotional intelligence and the machine is still learning faster than me, it's going to outsmart me one way on the other side. So somehow I'm acting of a fool just to be smart. So,
Right.
guys, with ego, sometimes you got to, in this leadership journey, you got to be teachable. You coming here every Saturday is you dropping your ego. You being consistent to say, I want to be here. I don't care who is around. I don't care how many people is there. I just want to be there. Is you succumbing to that ego of saying, I want to learn. I
Right.
don't know more than anybody. I see a new guest is in. Imaki is going to say something. Imaki has said one line that has liberated me today. And that's all I'm taking out of this. I've gotten my own word for today. And I know one of you, all of you, some of you has gotten one word to take. Learning is humility. And the best way to get to that top, of course, is how much you know from the right source. So thank you so much, Imaki, for making us understand that ego is not our friend. Yes, as we begin to wind down this fireside session, I always go into what I call the FRA, F-R-A. It's a three-in-one question where I get to ask you at once, and then you can like give us the 3-1 answers all at once. Now,
Okay.
FRA simply stands for feedback, recommendation, and advice. Feedback, recommendation, and advice. And how does it flow? First, you give us your feedback on the community, what we're doing here, or what you see being a visionary leader yourself about a movement like this. So we get your feedback because, of course, it's good for us for our journey. The second thing is you give us your recommendation, be it a software, a app, a book, a movie, or a statement or a quote that changed your entrepreneurial journey that we can use as entrepreneurs. It could even be a song, whatever recommendation you want to recommend to us. And the last one is you give us your advice. What would be your closing advice in this conversation where you get your freestyle and pour yourself with every element you would like to touch on today? For this entire first session, you've got about 5 minutes to yourself. Once again, your feedback, your recommendation, and your advice. The mic is yours.
Okay. My feedback. So my feedback about the community here, is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Okay, so my feedback, I'm looking at the screen right now and I'm seeing it's like 3 pages of people here. Like this is beautiful. Like this is beautiful. The fact that you all showed up for yourself, the fact that you all said, "Hey, there's something that I can learn, there's a way that I can grow." I think that that's beautiful. So my feedback is to continue doing what it is that you're doing. I wish I knew what it was that each of you did, and I wish I knew if it was a way that I could support you. But feedback is, I mean, I just think that this is beautiful. This is like such a beautiful community, like really. Um, my recommendation, a recommendation. Uh, I think the one thing that I can recommend is to always be learning and always be curious. I don't really watch much TV. I'm pretty much always on YouTube learning something. So either it's a documentary that I'm watching or something that I'm studying to better or become more versed in what it is that I do. And then as I learn that stuff, I try to share it. So always share the information as well. So if you know something, if you have a resource, if you have a relationship that can support the next person, even if it doesn't do anything for you, pour into the pot because that energy cycles, you know? the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back. So always be trying to learn something. Once you learn something, share it. Share your resources, share your relationships, share your connections. If it's a book that I could recommend, it's called Mastery, and it's by Robert Greene. Robert Greene is the same person that wrote the 48 Laws of Power and a few other books. But Mastery is a book that we had to read in my master's program, and it I think if you read it, it'll help shape you as an individual and as a leader. And what was the last thing? I'm sorry.
The closing advice.
Oh, well, I guess the advice kind of went that kind of went in my second thing. Advice, I guess, would just be to go back to what I was saying at the beginning, which is that the world needs what you have to offer. Like, don't let anybody take that away from you. Like, the world needs what you have to offer. Please put it out there. And by the world, don't be fooled by the word world, thinking that it has to be millions and millions of people. World could be the person next to you. And that person next to you could be inspired by something that you did or something that you created. And then they inspire 20 people. And then somebody in that 20 people goes out to inspire 2,000 people. And somebody in that 2,000 people goes on in to inspire the world. But that world thing would never have happened if you didn't inspire the person next to you. So the world needs what you have to offer. Please don't give up on your vision. Don't give up on your dream, no matter how difficult it gets. If it is in your heart, if it is burning, create that thing, build that thing, fight for that thing.
Wow, thank you very much, Imaki, founder of Black Haven Studios, CEO of Black Spades. Thank you so much for very, very rooted wisdom that you've shared with us here today. I'm really, really impressed. You know, you touched on many things, you know, and there's just many things to go back to. I've got my notes here. My notes are full already, and there's just so many things to just touch on, you know, making us understand that behind those big brands, those big institutions are people. If people created that, you can create bigger stuff, making us understand that the world needs us. And what I love about, even how you even broke it in your closing advice, is the world could be one person, and that one person can change the world. Oh my God. That's so powerful. I see you want to drop something there.
Yeah, somebody was asking about the name of the book. I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, the name of the book, once again, is Mastery by Robert Greene. Mastery by Robert Greene. I think we're going to do that as well. We're just going to like check it out, read it together. And of course, I've promised myself I was going to read it. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to add that to my collection. And that's one of the beauty here. You just get to connect with the right mind, connect with the right people, everybody going on this success journey. And that's enough motivation and enough encouragement to go. You know, one of the take homes and nuggets is always remember that you being seen is important. The right networks is important. Remember that when you make money for people, you will always be relevant. So whatever business model that you have, remember to make money, find a way that people are rewarded. And, you know, if you are also making money for your company, you are also relevant. Remember this, that your boss is your first client. That is powerful. That is powerful. And beyond your boss, your husband is your first customer. Your wife is your first customer. Your children are your first clients. In leadership, your friend is a customer. Let everybody begin to feed on your brand as if it's a product. That's powerful. I am so touched that right now we are so concerned about what we deliver to everybody around us. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, remember to follow Marquis on our social media platform. We're going to send and drop down his LinkedIn on the WhatsApp channel. Check the WhatsApp channel after this session so you can follow him on his Instagram, on his LinkedIn, drop some good comments and good feedback to say thank you so much for what you have done. And just to show you about how much we're grateful, Imaki, I want you to look at your screen and see what these people are putting right on your screen. Just watch what's going to happen within a few seconds. And see what's going to happen. Can you see what's dropping on your screen, Imaki? Can you just see what's coming up from different parts of the world? Yeah. Just dropping, just to say we love you, we appreciate you, we thank you. And I can tell you for a fact, this is the biggest virtual love you've ever gotten from different parts of the world. I will connect with you, my personal assistant or the AY operations manager will connect with you and send you my WhatsApp number so I can tell you more about the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, the biggest entrepreneurship event in the world where the diaspora returns is going to be happening. entrepreneurs from all over the world. We made it. We actually did this session in less than an hour. We're going to be rounding up in exactly less than 60 minutes. So we might truly adopt the time. Once again, thank you, Imaki, for joining us. If you are just joining us and you missed some of the things that he said, it's going to be on our WhatsApp channel, on our YouTube channel. And we're also going to drop some elements of the content to him so he can have it on his page and you can go back and re-listen to the wisdom that's come out from this amazing, amazing young Black entrepreneur. Right now, if you have not gotten your ticket for the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, well, what do I say? We call something the clever bed. It came before the hella bed. And the clever bed is taking advantage of early stage purchases of things. If you are going to miss it, it ends in a match this month. I encourage you, I advise you, like Imaki said, be seen, networks, be in the right room. There is no, see, the success formula, there's a template for it already. You hear mentorship, coaching, training, things we do here, consistency, relationships, quality relationships. I know you know people, but do people know you? So be very sure of the kind of people in your network and thank God for a project like the Global Entrepreneurship Festival where you then see people from different parts of the world that is going to connect with you. Remember, I've got an additional topic that I'm going to be delivering one of these weeks and I got it from Imaki and the title is Being Seen. I'm going to elaborate more on that. Thank you so much for your time. It's time to leave and you know how we do it. We are going to put our hands together like this as a symbol of our unity. Come here, boy. Smart Francis. My son has been on his iPad, but he was listening. So he's gonna join me. You listen, right? Okay, come. So you're gonna join me as we put our hands together. This symbolizes unity. This symbolizes togetherness. And you remember, the slogan simply says that if you can achieve this much alone, you respond by saying, how much more can we achieve together? Now remember, Miss Brown, you've done it all by yourself. Emmanuel James, you've done it. Oshowale, you've done it. David Enrico, you've done it all by yourself. Singeli Gideon. But imagine what happens when we come together. Entrepreneurs from all over the world. Are you ready? If you can achieve this much alone, how much more can we achieve together? Thank you so much. God bless.
You're rocking with the best.
Tell us what you do in the chat
This
section.
is Africa's young entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.
People under the sun, you know we are. Singing praises we are. One people under the sun. Send down the rain. Send down the rain on my people. Send down the rain to show we are one heart, one soul. No time to look around. You better keep it moving. Whether you the low or you the high, keep it moving. Whether you decide or things they hard, just keep it moving. Yeah. Together we fit to light the fire. You need me, I need you. You need me, I need you. You need me, I need you. We are one people under the sun, you know we are. We are. One people under the sun. Send down the rain. Send down the yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all, believe it. When you fall, get up, oh, oh, and if you fall, get up, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, cause this is Africa. Tamina, mina, eh, eh, waka, waka, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa. Listen to your God, this is our motto. Your time to shine, don't wait in line, y vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go on and feed them, this is your moment, no hesitation. Today's your day, I feel it. You pave the way, believe it. If you get down, get up, oh, oh. When you get down, get up, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa. Tamina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah. Tamina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa.
I'm well on my journey, biggie, biggie mama, 1 A to Z. My sister's all on my journey, biggie, biggie mama, from east to west. My tea, waka, waka, my waka, waka, my Tango is my Zimbabwe, 'cause this is Africa.
Tamina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah. Tamina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa. Tango, eh, eh. Tango, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah. Tango, eh, eh. Tango, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah. This time for Africa. This time for Africa.
You're rocking with the best. This is Africa's Young Entrepreneurs, where African entrepreneurs at home and in the diaspora come together to connect, collaborate, and build strategic partnerships. Join us now.